To scare your children, that's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
When you open Pandora's box, you must choose. Will you live as a working man by the rules? Will you lead a successful life with your style? Or you leading a criminal enterprise? When you play the game, nothing stays the same. You forget your own name. Let the chaos reign. You can be with my family, be my friend. You enjoy the benefit to the end. If you cross me, you better be well prepared, cause my brother will point again at your head. When you play the game, nothing stays the same. You forget your own name. Let the chaos reign. You forget your own name. Let the chaos reign.
Hello everybody, this is Fiction Friction, I am Nak, and this is the first time we and a team of specialists came together to create our first streamed D&D campaign. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Icarus, to Fringlis, and to Adoni, with whom today, and with another person that is currently missing due to family business but will be with us in the future, we'll be setting up our D&D campaign for many episodes to come and for you to enjoy. So guys, say hi, everybody can hear you, and I got my first donation of the day while the song was playing, and I'm guessing I know who it was from. So thank you very much, person with a name I cannot pronounce. And welcome everybody. We will be starting, and I will be giving the speech to our gracious DM, Icarus.
So are you saying that you cannot pronounce onomatopoeia?
Onomatopoeia?
Yes.
Onomatopoeia, thank you very much for the donation. It was magnificent.
That was me.
Yes, of course. So you guys do not have to worry at all about the Twitch chat. I'm going to take care about it. I'm going to try and be active there as much as I can, but people who watch D&D know that it's not always the time for us to speak to them. So you guys act as normal. If you want to say anything to anyone, do it. It's an above 18 stream. this is the first time we're trying to build something, and we see how it goes. And it's also a test for voice and stuff like that. And for that reason, I would like to hear Adoni. Can you speak, please? Say hi to people.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Nice to meet you, people.
And Fringlish. Fringlish?
Hello. Now, you did call us specialists in the intro. That's very generous of you. We're definitely special, but specialists, I'm not sure.
So we're a bunch of specialists.
I mean, special forces.
Of good, over evil. It is forsaken
So-
land. Yes, do go on.
I have no idea how to start. So, are we all ready?
Yeah.
I hope we are. So, let me get some. Is there a? There is no music, but
There is as part of Roll20.
Nah.
You go to the jukebox.
yeah, it requires that I upload things to there. So I'll maybe set that up later.
There is no jukebox here. Are you sure? Hmm.
I mean, there is a jukebox, but I need to upload audio in there.
No, in our Discord, I mean.
No, in Discord there is no.
Okay, start moving. I will communicate with our Discord developer, and maybe if he responds in a while, we will have something. But start without me.
I mean, you can just invite rhythm.
I think you have the permissions.
I can post you the link.
Well, I'm glad we're showing pre-planning, aren't we?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's a prequel episode, so it doesn't. People will.
We are displaying our mastery of tactics.
Yes.
As long as
Too loud.
it's a prequel, but as long as there's no Jar Jar. Promise me there's no Jar Jar.
We'll kill him together. if he says
Misa
that.
promise. I won't be here.
I am going to kill you, and it'll look like an accident.
All I'm gonna say is that I am green. Anyway, so you sent me a link, Luca. How do I invite this thing?
You go to you click the link and then you click invite and then you.
Which one should I? The 1, 2, 3? They're all the same.
Just invite to one.
Yep.
And then go to the Discord roles and create a role, DJ.
Just give me a moment because it needs authentication.
Well, while that is being set up, let me welcome you to the world of Ebenos, the world of 9 rings. We start our journey at the first ring, at the very center, in a small place in Gabriel's province called the Adventurers Guild headquarters. It's a rather small town built in the middle of a lake in a Kenai. It's a rather small town built on top of a hill in the island middle of the lake.
I think that you have a rhythm now.
Yes, quickly create a new channel for like bot controls.
Like here in D&D. A text channel.
Yes.
Yep. I think that there is one just above our voice. Did it work?
No, it hasn't. He does have the DJ role, yes?
Yes, I do.
Have you given Rhythm admin?
No. Roles admin to rhythm. Check this out now.
You try that. Maybe it doesn't recognize me as its master.
Does it work though?
No, you try the command we've used in bot commands. Try and you type it. No, it's not got permission or something.
Oh well, we'll go.
Yeah,
Acoustic.
we will fix it very soon. So I want to say hi to Petran and Laura who are looking. It's been a long time, guys. Nice to see you, and nice to see you, Laura. I'm doing another project now, as you see, and if you want content in Greek, you will find it in this channel, but not tonight. Anyways, move on. And
Yes.
soon I will fix it. Okay.
So, the Adventurers Guild headquarters is a small town containing stores, magic shops, supply stores, and most importantly, the official guild headquarters, the main source of power of all Adventurers Guild branches. It's a tallish tower, inside of which is built off of grey stone, and walls are covered with all kinds of memorabilia, from broken weapons of old heroes to trophies taken from different kinds of monsters. And you can see dragon fangs, some stuffed direwolf heads, all that kind of stuff. Currently, you are waiting in a lobby for your guild handler to call you up.
Guys, if you hear as well,
Takes about
everybody,
10,
send some
15
messages
minutes.
or whatever. Thank you very much.
When you see a door open in a hallway, and your current number is called, you together you stand up and go to the office, where you're met with this half elven lady dressed in formal suit, inviting you into her office. She takes a seat behind a desk, watches as you pull out the chairs in front of the desk, and as she looks at you, what does she see?
Well, she sees Mandarin. So Mandarin is a yuan tea. For those who do not know what it is, it's kind of snake people, a race of people with serpentine figures usually, depending, of course, on the pureness of blood. The more pure you are, the more human you look. But in this case, this person is full green with scales on his face. Yes, do that again. Do that again. The resizing, please. Luca. Luca. Can you show the picture again, the token? Yes. Okay, now do that again, and I will not click anywhere. So he's covered in green scales. He has some marks, kind of a Joker face on his cheeks, which indicate that his jaw would open pretty much like a snake's would. He has serpentine eyes, orange hair, and a couple of horns that look like fossil wood coming from his forehead. He's, I think, he's wearing. I think. Wait a minute. Does he wear any leather or anything? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, he's wearing a leather armor. So his upper body clothing is made from leather, purple leather, and he wears a baggy pants underneath, a cape, a purple cape, and he holds a staff, or rather, he has a staff on his back. This staff, I want to say, let me show the full picture of him. This staff holds a cube on top of it, which is, it looks like it's encased in wood somehow. No, that stretched a lot. So maybe I shouldn't stretch that much my display capture. Let me fix that for you guys, because I don't want to have a strange image. Fit to screen. That's not good either. I'm gonna stretch it. It's a little bit stretchier in the stream, but you get the picture. He holds a staff with a cube, an orange cube, like from a material you don't completely understand, encased in the wood of the staff, and this cube looks like it has some shades of dots, stars, like a six-sided die, but with the number 4 in every side. That's pretty much it about Manda. That's all from me.
Okay. How about Adoni for English?
Go on, Adoni.
All right. So Daisa is wearing a red captain's cape. It's from somewhere far away. The insignia on it is sort of strange. But she doesn't wear any armor right now. And there's a couple of scars on her nose. Her eyes are serpentine, and she's sort of obviously a Yuan-Ti, but looking a lot more like a human. You can pretty much see what she's wearing, but there's no swords floating around or anything. So that's about it.
Okay, and then finally, I'm playing Vincent. Now, Vincent, at least in Roll20, is a placeholder image I found that we can use for free. However, Vincent himself looks slightly different. He's an average human-looking, pretty much average in everything. About 1 meter 80 high, weighing about 70 kilos, so a little bit lithe. Black of hair and grey of eye. Totally nondescript. He's pretty sure he's human. He's been human for as long as he can remember, but he's never known his real parents, having grown up in a group of dwarves. known as the Dormant Clowns. The people of the Adventurers Guild aren't exactly sure why he decided to come all the way into the center, as he's a very closed-off soul.
So the three of us, at least for now, and I say that because of three of us, who will join us among the process of all this, we are kind of a band, a performing band of artists, you might say. What is we're basking, baskers, is that the correct word for English?
Do you mean buskers? Busking. The street performers.
Yes, street performers.
Yeah.
We're a traveling band of street performers, but we all specialize in other stuff as well. And at the moment, we travel together not for a long time. We've done a couple of performances and a month of rehearsals before that. So we just kind of met each other. Me and Adoni, Manda and Daisa have been traveling together, and they met Vincent at some point at one of their mini shows, and they invited him on stage, and everything worked out, and they started performing together since a month ago or so.
Yes.
Or no,
So-
you are the DM. You say what?
No, that's fine by me. So, the guild officer takes a good look at you, giving you a bit of a odd look due to your rarer species.
Trickster X, thank you very much for the
But
follow.
after she has gauged your appearance, she will start talking. So, you are obviously here for the ambassador mission, escorting the ambassador from Lucifer up to the second ring. Am I correcting that?
Can you repeat the name?
Name of who?
The ambassador.
She hasn't said the name.
Okay, so
How many ambassadors are there? We are here for an ambassador.
Oh, there are plenty of ambassadors. But you will be. The mission is only to escort one, to help to soothe the end of the war negotiations between the Stack and the War Kingdom.
While ambassador protection or even normal protection isn't our normal method operandi, we do travel an awful lot, so we're here to see if we can make some money on the side.
Oh, well, you're in luck. This is a very lucrative job indeed. But there are plenty of applicants wishing to take this job on. It would certainly bolster your reputation. So if you want to take up this job, we in the guild have arranged a little friendly competition to weed out the unworthy. So we have one or two side jobs before the negotiations start, and those who will complete these jobs in the most fashionable ways will have the honor of taking on the job. So if that is something you'd be interested in, I have the paperwork ready and waiting for signatures.
Where do I sign?
where do we sign, I guess?
Oh, we don't have
He's
anything to
signing for
lose.
you.
Yeah, we have everything to prove.
She pulls out a small bundle of papers from a desk drawer and slides it over to you. It's a basic enough job contract, acknowledging that any injuries you may sustain during your adventures cannot be the adventure skill cannot be held responsible from those. It has a small NDA section that you will not discuss the details of the job with any unauthorized parties. Basic enough protocol. Also, within the paper are the details of the job. When you have looked over, you have a basic enough idea. Essentially, in the city of Pride, right in here, there has been some sort of factory malfunction in airship. Well, factory. All the servo droids that have been helping the workers to carry stuff, fix things, make things. They have basically gone haywire. And the factory is no longer safe to be worked in. So your job would be to first of all take care of the malfunctioning servo units, and more importantly, recover the blueprints of this new skyship model that has kind of, what's the word? That is utilizing a revolutionary new techniques in engine handling and maneuverability. It's a hard word. Also, there are a couple of optional requirements that you may or may not complete. Those including finding the cause of the accident and recovering the bodies of some of the missing workers that were caught in the aftermath of the malfunction.
A quick question before we sign that I didn't see detailed in the contract here. What happens in the case of misinformation for the quest? Because malfunctioning robots is one thing, but if they're taken over by someone else, it's very much different. Would we be able to abandon the contract at that point?
Well, these contracts are, let's just say, non-binding in that regard. You may abandon it even if the details are correct. If it proves to be too difficult of a job for you, there are a few subclasses in page 3. Check the paragraph 7, subsection 4, which lists all the details of missing on abandoning these jobs. But if you do, you obviously forfeit your position in the race to gain the privilege of escorting the ambassador. So the incentive to finish the job is obviously present.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I know nothing about mechanical structures, guys. we just destroy them, right? Or I don't know. Anyways, we will find a way, right? What do you think?
Yes. The job is to take care of the malfunctioning droids. But essentially, what amounts to destroying them. So, no need to worry about knowing how things work. All you need to worry about is take care of them.
Okay, we'll need transportation to Pride, 15 rolls of gaffer tape, 27 foot of rope, and a keg and a half of beer.
Well,
And I think we'll be on our way.
we can provide the train tickets from Genesis to Pride. To find your way into Genesis, you will have to find on your own. Rope can be purchased in the shops surrounding the tower, and keg of ale is something you should be able to find on your own. So,
I just have one question. How do we get to Genesis? Because we flew to the Adventurers Guild on an airship, and there are no bridges from the Adventurers Island to any of the cities around.
Sorry. Oh, that is certainly a valid point. There are rickshaw pullers and other carriages going to and from the Adventurers Guild into the small towns nearby. From there, you can pretty easily get a ferry ride, and from there, it's a simple. It's a simple matter of walking to Exodus. Actually, let me amend that. I will adjust the tickets from Genesis to from Exodus to Pride, so you won't have to walk too far. She will hand you over the train tickets. The pay of the job is obviously twofold. First off, there is the honor of escorting the ambassador. In addition to that, you can claim one of two things. You can have a sack of gold, obviously. That's the first part. Or you can waive the gold and take a coupon of fine quality weapon or other adventuring gear from guild shops.
Like, ευχαριστώ πολύ, φίλε. Να είσαι καλά για τις ευχές σου. Όλα αυτά ήταν στο παρελθόν.
The pay is for each and every one of you personally, so it will be either 200 gold
Ξέχνα το παλιό.
or a piece of equipment.
I could do with some new equipment.
Okay. Did you hear Adoni?
Yep.
I didn't. It's very difficult because he's next to me and I cannot hear him in Discord. It's weird. Anyway.
Just one question, Icarus. On your push to talk, sort of out of context, this one, what's the delay you have?
I don't have push to talk.
Oh, so it's just capturing whenever you speak.
Leluko.
Yeah, I have voice activation.
You've been sounding sort of like Captain Kirk, where it stops and then it continues on the journey to the different places.
Και δώσε permission στον Icarus.
So just wondering if it's cutting off a bit too soon.
Please.
It just may be my way of speaking when I'm trying to think of the words while I'm speaking.
Λελούκο, γράψε μας στο Discord.
Should you accept the contract?
Πώς να το
All you need to do is sign and you'll be well on your way.
Να μας το πεις αν θες, no problem.
Well, I'll turn to Daisa and Mandarin and say, we got 90 kilometers to travel from the Adventurers Guild down to the next village. We should probably get started if we're going to take this. There's no point waiting.
Well, it depends on when the ambassador is ready.
I mean, it's
No, we
night,
don't have the
wearing
ambassador now.
sunglasses,
Oh,
so-
we have to go and pick
Let's
him up
go.
there. Sorry, guys, I take over the chat as well. Okay, yes, there's no reason to wait. Do we need any supplies or whatever for the road?
It's 90 kilometers. That's going to be, well, at least a couple of days travel to the village. And then we've got another, I think it's 100 kilometers to Exodus
I mean,
before we even get on the train.
do you guys
So-
have any money?
I have 15 gold I started with.
Well, I'm around the same, and I don't feel very. Should we get any healing potions for the road? I don't know.
We should definitely head to the Adventurer Guild shop. We've got at least, well, it's at least, was it nearly 200 kilometers walk to Exodus. That's going to take us a week at least.
Okay, so we have a night to spend here, and what would you say if we throw a performance to gather up some money and gear up?
We certainly
Go
could.
with
We definitely want to pack for like 3 weeks travel if we're going all the way to Pride and back.
Yeah. Let's make a performance.
Okay, are we doing the standard performance, or do you have
I
anything
think our
special
new
in mind?
employers still deserve a deluxe version.
So everybody will describe basically what he offers to the performance, I guess, and it will all come together. I mean, for example, Mandarin has Druidcraft, which is an ability he has to make small nature stuff in general happen, like flowers growing, let's say grass gets bigger wherever I step my foot. And stuff like that. Also, I can narrate or be the one that, and then that happened and whatever, you know what I mean? Like storytelling, maybe. At least for now, because I cannot yet as a druid. I'm a fairly new druid. I cannot yet turn to other stuff. But you guys, you two, traveling, Daisa knows, of course, but Vincent, while we were traveling this past month, there has been simple pranks happening to you all the time, and or mishaps, like cutting yourself a little bit while you were saving, or small stuff like that, and then you were always hearing a giggle, but nothing was there to be seen, until at some point you saw something moving within our clothes and stuff like that. And finally, my very good friend, which let's have the chat vote for a name. Let's call let's call her Bubbles for now, or I like Bubbles. Bubbles is the name. So you met Bubbles. Bubbles is a fairy dragon, which is a sentient being speaking actually Dragonic and Sylvan, which I don't know if you speak any of them, but I could translate some stuff for you. It's like a small dragon in the size of a cat, with iridescent colors, varying from red to yellow, red, orange, and yellow. And it's very witty and a very good friend, but she likes pranks a lot. Not harmful pranks, all in good fun. and she can do some stuff like dancing lights or minor illusion while she is polymorphed, while she is invisible or under my clothes or stuff like that. So I can add some light visual light effects, maybe a small illusion to the show, my druidcraft, and my storytelling in a wise tone. That's what I usually do until now. Somebody else?
I mean, I've got some illusions I can add, and I think I play an instrument, but I've forgotten which one. I think it's a viola.
I will check this out for you.
Yeah.
I don't see any instrument.
Tool, under Thieves' Tools.
Viol, yes.
Yep. And do I have performance? I think I do.
And you do have performance as a guide.
So I can also sing a little bit and animate whatever the people are saying is happening. My minor illusion cantrip.
While you're both sort of very geared towards the storytelling, I was, as part of our troupe, I was the one that drew the crowds in. With a sleight of hand and performance proficiencies, I either did hide the lady or did small magic tricks, basically to attract people into the story. Hidden cards, handkerchiefs appearing, disappearing, coins multiplying, balls disappearing, and even some points living doves, making them appear without magic itself. So, but I used to draw all the crowds in to your performance of the stories.
So you do some magic card tricks and stuff like that. You do the first show to gather everybody's attention, and then you take a break, and we do like a small singing theater situation where Antonis sings and plays the music, and I do some narration and magical effects to visualize the whole thing.
Yeah, and I normally keep an eye out on the side, making sure nobody's brewing trouble.
And we do that while you do your performance, and when you finish and we start, you go around checking if anybody's in trouble. You go collect money from people while we do our performance. We have 2 acts. You do the first act, we do the second, and we do the crowd when you act, and vice versa, right?
Yeah, so I'll start by trying to draw people in. I suppose we go out. Should we go to the main square? Because the Adventurers Guild is basically a small town village built around the tower. Is it, or is it just the tower itself, massive tower?
It's a massive tower with like a smallish village built around it.
So I suppose, what time is it?
I'd say 11 a.m.
Primetime people are going to be walking about. We're going to have the lunch crowd soon. Should we go to the market square where people might be going for lunch and start doing a performance?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
What about you, Nak? Okay?
Yes, that's fine with me. Also, Lelucos.
Sorry, let's get into
Lelucos, it's okay. Our viewers are our friends. Do you want to pop in and help us with the Discord bot for a minute, please? On the current fiction channel, guys. From the audience, we are preparing a nice Discord server, a social server with many things, which is about to be ready to accept people. For now, we are on my personal Discord, and that's where I need some help, Lelucos, in case you listen. Excuse us for all the difficulties. That's why this is a prequel episode to fix all this stuff. So, for the inn or the main square, I guess we head.
Yeah, so we'll head towards the main square or wherever we think the most amount of people might walk through. like the main square or the entrance to the market or something. We find a small corner, and I'm just going to start doing the sort of sleight of hand, the tricks and the performance to gather people. See how many people I can gather for the big show.
Okay, roll a performance.
Okay.
You can just open your character sheet and click the performance.
Oh, well, I did a 15, and I have a performance of 6, so that's a 21.
Nice, nice start. So,
Whoa, ladies and gents, this is the show you've been waiting for.
whoa, there is magic and more until you wait for it.
Right, so I've got a 21 for the performance, trying to draw people in, a couple of card tricks, some dazzling light effects, stuff I can make appear, maybe a couple of pigeons thrown out just for good luck.
So you start doing your performance out on the street, trying to fish up some new audience for the rest of the group. And you do go talk to some passerbys, talk with people, do some tricks, do some sleight of hand, and you do manage to gain enough attraction that people are starting to crowd over to the rest of the party.
I have access to Daisa's character sheet, but I cannot choose advantage in any character sheet I have access to.
Oh, that's easy enough.
If you fix it, so we can automatically do that.
If you click on inspiration, isn't that advantage?
No.
Oh,
Inspiration is another thing.
I think you can click the gear icon on the top right of the
Yeah,
character sheet you're using.
I'm currently changing it.
there we go. Oh,
He's gonna
yeah,
do
I
it
see
forever.
loads of them now.
Yeah, he does very well. Also, chat, underneath this video on the information of my channel, you can see Fiction Friction YouTube gaming channel, which will be active from now on. You can see my personal music YouTube channel. And recently, since today, I am on Spotify, I am on iTunes, I am everywhere. For English, I know you've been waiting, man. I know I neglected it, but now it's done. And very soon you will find access for Discord servers and YouTube channels from all this Fiction Friction brotherhood, no, party of people and community. Anyways, Fringlis is a great narrator. Luca is a great painter. Antoni is a game designer, for fuck's sake, so you're gonna see great stuff here. Stick around, and if you don't see anything like Discord links and stuff at the moment, they will be available very soon.
Okay, so now that a crowd has gathered, I do a couple of sleight of hand tricks, and as I perform these, I go and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, what you see here is the simplest of magics. Not magic itself, but sleight of hand, quickness, distractions. But real magic. Real magic are things that you appear in legends, in stories. Now, these stories are what everybody wants to hear, what everybody wants to see, and these stories are what we are going to give you this afternoon."
So when you say stories of legend, Bubbles, which is hidden in a barrel somewhere close to Daisa, so she can see through the hole and cast her spells, but she doesn't like to be seen, the fairy dragon, casts a minor illusion, which is a small, basically, gnome size illusion of mythical creatures. A manticore changing into a dragon, changing into a mind flayer or whatever, fast. And complementing your narrative.
Where does just a question? Where does Mandarin hail from?
Manda is from the 6th ring, as well as Daisa.
Fifth ring.
Fifth ring.
Sorry,
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, hailing from the mysterious 5th ring, the ever enigmatic, the ever excellent Manda.
And Daisa.
And Daisha.
We're traveling together. She's the boss, actually.
Manda and Daisha. I take a bow and I'll start walking around
So,
just to check things.
In my mind, Daisa strings her viol and to begin, the suspense. And after a while, I start narrating stories of wonder and nature and great beasts, while grass appears when I step, and things like magic happen. And I'm going to assist her with her performance because she's the main performing artist of our duo. Is that okay, Luca?
Sounds fine by me.
Okay. Do you have anything to add, Adoni?
No, I think you've got your dragon doing stuff, and I'm doing illusions to complement your performance, as you said. So that's everything.
Do you want to give us a little story then?
I mean,
A legend from the 5th ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andoni, tail spinner extraordinaire. Daisa.
so our story actually begins near an abandoned monastery where people from several races from the audience are not present. We make sure to mention our snake-like appearances and a great big snake that is actually encircling the big monastery. And someone who looks suspiciously like...
May I interrupt you? Grab this for me. Let's do it right, guys.
Oh no. Yeah?
Do
You
go
do
on.
this? Great. So this person who looks suspiciously like Mandarin is going in and with great magics of fire and twisting the vegetation around manages to trap the snake in the veins and actually slay it. But that is not all. For snake blood is poisonous, even for someone as strong as Mandarin. But fortunately for him, there's a little pixie that has been watching. It comes along and with a single tear cures his poison. Ta-da!
Ta-da. Until the bot is fixed. So,
I just found the right command.
you did?
Yeah, it wasn't
Woohoo!
1 exclamation point, it was 2.
Oh,
Really?
just in time, though. So you didn't like my guitar ambience?
We couldn't really hear it that well.
You couldn't? Not even.
No.
Not even on stream. Did you guys? I tried to keep it low so it doesn't affect the stuff. But anyways, we will fix all this stuff in the future.
How did you do on your performance then?
I haven't rolled yet. And it's Daisa's performance. Does he get advantage?
Yeah?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. So, what is the point of your tale? Is it to gather money, gather audience, or tell stories?
At this point is to, I think that it all comes together, but the point is to gather money. We do it to gather people, to make them very happy and give us lots of monies. And if free English wants to
I gather
go around-
people. Yeah, I gather people. Then Daisha creates a story, gets them interested, makes them happy, and then finally Manda comes in with the money story, the money grabber.
Righty. So let's see.
No,
No pressure now, Manda.
no, don't, no, the opposite way. I am in the middle. I am the less, the less charismatic, let's say, of you guys. I have the wisdom, so I should be in the middle. The bedazzlement is from Daisa. She should be the last act when we ask for money. In my mind.
Okay, well, as the two acts are going along, I look around. Do I notice anything going on in the crowd, or is it all fairly standard? Nothing untoward?
I mean, as far as the audience goes, it's fairly standard. People are watching rather keenly, actually. They do seem to enjoy the performance, and after a moment or two, people start to build up courage to actually tip you things. But most people toss copper coins to you. It is a fairly large audience by this point. You could estimate that there are just shy of 200 people listening, and people come, people leave, only to be replaced by new people, and you do manage to accumulate quite a bit of money from the show.
Let me ask you a question. Do I see any fancy dressed, good looking, jewelry wearing old man with a young woman next to him anywhere?
Roll a perception.
Okay. And that I will. There you go.
Yes and no. There indeed are a couple of wealthier looking gentlemen. They're not too old though. Maybe middle age.
No, I don't look for specifics. I look for the blink. If I see the blink, I try to keep their attention by including them somehow in the act, so they stick around until Fringlis is freer to wander the crowds. Not Fringlis, sorry.
Vincent.
Vincent, yes. And I wink at Vincent.
Okay, as Manda is going through her story, then I go through the crowds and I specifically go to the rich gentleman that Manda has pointed out, walking past them a couple of times. And the performance continues on, I suppose, at this point. Is it Daisha who's going to come onto the stage for the finale?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to describe something, or are you gonna take it?
Well, describe or roll. It's up to you how you play the game.
Description always helps, I think.
Right. So
But you're going to have to roll a performance. Just be
Yes.
aware that we got 21 and a 22, so don't fuck it up.
We did a performance. This performance, me and Daisa, we share an act.
Oh, do it together. Okay.
We do it together. What I was trying to set up for you is a pickpocket situation.
Oh God, no! I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay then. Because I did find the most wealthiest people. I did.
You
try-
know, I'm walking through. I'm technically lawful. I'm not. No, I'm not pickpocketing.
Oh, yeah.
Not in the middle of not in the middle of a bloody heroes guild. I may be lawful evil, but that just means I stick to the law.
I mean,
if it's technically not against the law, I do it. But
so basically you don't do this stuff. So I wouldn't do that. So
no, if anything, I walk past them and keep the hat near them a little longer, so they might cough up
Ah.
a bit more money. But that's I'm not
Yeah.
going to pickpocket them. No.
no problem. You can go with persuasion for those two special.
Well, I don't have a good persuasion. I don't think.
Fuck it then. Do whatever you like. No worries. I was trying to set up something that I didn't know you didn't like. I would know. Manda would. So it's okay now. Forget about it. Forget about it.
So
No, I'm a very weird thief going lawful. I wouldn't target people unfairly.
in any case, you do manage to, with your performance, accumulate quite a bit of money. I'm gonna post it in the chat now.
Woohoo. Yeah. So we put that on. Do you guys want to put this on a shared account or shared bag or whatever? I'm suggesting we have a group bank of sorts for grouping needs.
Or we could split it because I only did the first bit. You guys take 10 gold each, so 20 gold, and I take the 7 gold, 74 silver, and 200 copper.
74 silver is more than.
Is
10.
but isn't it 100 coins to each one?
Okay, let's
Like
say,
100 copper to 1 silver, 100 silver to 1.
No. Let's
No?
make it easier. We put the silver and the copper in the group fund, and we split the gold, and we all take 10 gold.
9.
9.
Yes, 9 gold, and we're fine. And the rest is for the group. The group loot will buy potions for everybody in the future, a horse and a cart, maybe. You know what I mean?
Okay. You might is it Daisha who's in charge, so Daisha should take care of the group funds.
I think I will do that because I am the people moving the characters anyway.
Okay.
Or we do it. We do it after stream.
I added a group inventory for you.
Yeah, I see that. I will use it.
Also, I put on the main shops in the Adventurers Guild up for you.
Potions are expensive. Holy crap.
Things tend to be expensive sometimes. And how much money? That much money.
Where can we get food supplies for? Because we're going to need to get 3 weeks worth of supplies.
I think he's
Oh,
in a supply shop, right?
Yeah, no, I can't see it in the supply shop. That's what I'm asking.
Are we tracking?
Oh.
Are we tracking food and stuff in your campaign, Luca?
Sure, why not?
We do. Okay. I was hoping for no, but anyway, it backfired. So we need to buy supplies.
We're going to need at least sort of 3 weeks worth of travel. Well, it's measuring the distance. It's about 100 kilometers to a village. Then we take the boat over. Then it's another 100 to Exodus, where we can get the train. So that's 200 kilometers. That's going to take us at least a week of travel. Well,
What-
probably not a week, but
What if we buy a donkey and a cart? Will that make it better?
I don't think we have enough cash for that.
We can chip in because if we do the travel distance in half the time, we need half the resources. Or so I don't know how much money would we need for a small cart and a donkey?
I would say not too much. Just a normal cart would be about 15 gold.
You said 50 or 15?
15.
What about just booking a booking a trip on, say, a merchant's cart going towards the village? Is anybody heading that way? Can we like book a ride there, make it easier?
There are indeed.
We could play guards to someone.
Yeah, is there any caravan to guard on our way there?
Maybe not to guard people, but you can certainly catch up on a couple of trading caravans. Since the guild is built on top of this small but wide hill, there aren't any convenient food sources, so fishermen and that kind of people are going back and forth from the villages, carting food, bringing back money to their village.
Okay.
So it's easy enough to pay someone to carry you over to the nearest village. I'd say it would cost 1 silver for each.
Yeah, I don't think we should buy a cart now. If we just use the silver for
yeah.
the trip, and we probably need to go to the tavern to get some food supplies, and then just rest up for the trip tomorrow.
I took the silver out of the group fund, the 3 silver, from not forget it. And yes, we should buy some food. How much time will it take us via this kind of transfer?
I'd say maybe 3 days.
So 3 days of food, it's 6 portions of food for the 3 of us.
Yeah.
8. We need to feed the dragon.
Yeah, I was about to say so. And 2 from I was... Yeah, okay, so we consider the dragon a group.
Yeah, but that's just to the village. Then we have to get to Exodus. So we'll need, 16? Probably 20 packs.
Yeah, 20.
Not maybe a bit more.
I mean, we
how much is a day's worth of supplies in the tavern? Do you know?
I added the adventure supplies, basic rations.
5 copper pieces for 1. We're probably going to want to buy 30, I think. That's 7 days plus some spare. That should get us to Exodus.
Well, if things get difficult, I can feed us. And I think I can feed us all. Yes, I can feed us all. I can keep us nourished, not dead. But if we want any vanity food or drinks or whatever, coffee or stuff like that, then yes, we buy them. Otherwise, while we travel, I will use every day one of my spell slots for good berry. One of these berries I can make 10, and one of these berries provides nourishment for 1 person for 1 day. So we're not
Wait, so you can just get those berries? We don't need to actually buy supplies?
I can create these berries every day via a spell I have. So we don't need to eat to survive. We need any vanity kind of food or drink or wine or coffee for the taste only. Grab some bacon. And
It does mean that he gives up half of his spells for the day, though.
Yes.
His
I
11
have-
spells, so
Yeah.
I guess we could take
yeah.
like for half the days and then
Yeah, how much do the rations weigh?
Wait.
Not
Yeah.
Please, let's not track weight. Please.
Well, we know we've got weight already. Hang on, I've got 5 rations on me. I didn't notice.
It's probably from a background stuff you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too.
bag or whatever.
I'm not too hard in tracking weight. If it's something you could feasibly carry, It doesn't matter if it goes over by 1 or 2 or
Okay.
whatever.
Well, how about we each sort of carry 10 rations, which is enough for 5 days? We're going to be a trip in a matter of weeks. If we can use a spell slot, we can use a spell slot, and we can gather the berries up. It's not like they're going to rot.
Okay,
Within
how
a day.
much money for 10 rations? Because I do have 10 and only Adonia needs 10 more.
I need 5, so
15.
that case we need 15, and it's 5 copper pieces, so 75 copper pieces.
75 copper pieces minus from the group loot.
Yeah. And then we each have 10 rations.
We're good.
So, you buy your rations and head up to the exit gates of the guild town, where you meet this lovely little fisherman dressed in your basic beige clothing, wearing a straw hat, loading up empty barrels in his cart. As you approach him, he waves his hand. Morning! Where are you headed?
I nod.
Hello there. We're heading for what was?
It's
Can't
whatever
read the map
sort of
from here. So.
Yeah, no, it's whatever this town is.
Ping again?
Yep.
Yeah, there is no name.
No, it's a smaller settlement, not worthy enough to have a grand name.
Greetings. We're heading to a small village just to the southwest of here. I believe we can book a ferry to get us across the river. We are heading towards Exodus.
Oh, heading to Honeywood, right? Sure, I can take you there. I'm heading there myself, actually.
That's good. So, would the silver piece each be enough for transport?
Bear in mind, we can also provide protection along the route.
Yeah, if something comes up. But if
Oh.
something comes up, then we may need some payment for this protection. After that, if something comes up.
Unfortunately, best I could pay in even the best circumstances would be maybe even a silver apiece if something would come up. But really, there is no need to worry. This land is safe thanks to the presence of the Adventurers Guild. People would be foolhardy to try banditry in here. But sure, silver each would be very acceptable, almost lavish even. A pound of the bag. It may smell like fish in there, but yeah, it should take us a couple of days to get to the town. So yeah.
Very well. Shall we be off?
Yeah, on our way.
Climb into the back of the cart, sit down, and I'll just start playing with a deck of cards while the time goes by.
Alrighty.
I'm going to play a bit of music.
So yes.
I'm going to be discussing with Bubbles, which is relaxing around my neck invisible.
Mm-hmm. So you start to travel. It's faster than normal walking would be, but still not too great of a pace. And within 3 or so, 2.5 days, you arrive at the town of Honeywood by around 4 p.m. It's a smallish settlement, mainly consisting of fishermen, some lumberjacks. Just normal civilians.
So I asked, yes. Sorry.
Yes.
I asked the caravan leader, do you happen to know anybody that could cross us across the river? We're heading to Exodus, or any caravan traveling there, or whatever.
Ooh, I don't know if there's any caravans going there, but sure. My brother is a ferryman. Actually, we run a fishing business together, so we have a small fishing boat. So, say, would another silver each be too much to ask to ferry you over?
I just talked to him saying the trip across the river will take an hour or so tops. I think 2 silver for the 4 of us is more than reasonable.
There are 4 of you?
No, there are 3 of
Us
us.
and the dragon.
There are 3 of us. 3 of us. There has always been 3 of us. The dragon is always invisible. He doesn't like to show himself. He started pranking you, invisible, because he kind of liked you. Because you were
Okay.
you were a part of the group. This dragon is my familiar. It's always secret and invisible somewhere close by.
Right. Do I need to induce amnesia via consecutive blunt force trauma to the cranium, or did he forget that?
So 3 of
He
you?
didn't hear that. So the 2 silver should be more than enough to ferry us all 3 across.
Well, maybe a silver each was a bit much to ask. So yes, 2 silvers is more than fun, more than enough.
Let's say 3 silvers, but you throw in a bit of fresh fish, fresh smoked fish.
Bit of an oxymoron there. Fresh smoked.
Fresh and smoked, those really don't go hand to hand. I can throw fresh or smoked, but doing them together would be,
How about freshly smoked?
Yes.
freshly smoked. Well, that should take a couple of hours, since I don't have any freshly smoked on me.
I turn to Manda just outside of his hearing range and say, "You're getting this for the bloody dragon, aren't you?"
Manda looks very disappointed because he doesn't know how people smoke and do these things. He had some at some point, so he had it stuck on his mind. He's used on handling his own fish, and the dragon can always go and hunt. He likes to go and hunt and fish and stuff like that. She, not he. Bubbles is a she. But Manda he didn't expect that much of detail in smoked fish, and he looks befuddled. So he says, "Just give us fish." Enough.
Yes, certainly. So, did you want freshly smoked, or just fresh?
What he says, and I point at Vincent.
Just give Manda whatever smoked fish you can get for a silver, and let us be off. If we get a good start, we can be in Exodus in 3 days.
Very well then. He leads you to the stream, where you see a small dock with some fishing boats, couple of more flat ferries. Before, as you are loading into the boat he designated for you, he runs by a nearby house, comes out carrying a bundle of smoked fish, hands it over to you, and starts to ferry you across the stream. It takes a couple of hours, since the stream is running a bit strong currently. But soon enough you land on the opposite shore. where you begin to walk towards Exodus. It's I'd say maybe 4.5 days. By the end of it, you arrive to Exodus. The last few hours of your journey has been walking through cultivated fields. Farmers are raising up scarecrows for the night or finishing up their day's work, pushing animals into their shelters.
Did we use any supplies during this trip, or were we lucky enough for Amanda to get all those berries?
That's up to you.
I mean, we ate the fish. We did use some. That's why I asked for the fish, so we don't have to use supplies, because those supplies can stay there for a long time.
We had the fish, we had the berries.
We didn't use any.
Okay, we can go with that. You used your good berries and fish from the fisherman.
Yeah, what time is it now that we've arrived at Exodus? And we're walking towards the gates.
Yes, it's closer to an evening. 8-9 p.m. Sun is starting to set in the south.
Can I have a look at the tickets? Do we have a specific day or time they used for, or are they just tickets from Exodus to Pride?
It's a general ticket, like it's not designated to a specific train. Just it can be exchanged for passage from the city to city.
Daisha, what do you think? I had an idea. If we get a night train from Exodus, we could be in Pride a lot sooner, and we can sleep on the train, or we could spend a day here in Exodus.
I'm not much of a sightseeing person, so let's just go, get this done with, get our membership, and then we can sightsee when we have some money.
Time is of the essence.
Indeed.
Okay, in that case, we'll head towards the train station, and we'll look to see if there are any night trains heading towards Pride.
Okay. Whoops.
That works.
I don't like the sound of whoops. What does whoops mean?
I misclicked on a bookmark and switched my page away from the Roll20.
I mean, he meant to summon a goblin, but it's Tarask now instead, so...
Oh, yeah.
Whoops, yeah.
Small whoops. So, yeah, Exodus. Exodus is a large city. Yeah, the architecture of it would remind you of like 18th century. Lots of like brick houses, Gothic building Gothic styles. You see, it seems to be maybe because of its size or because of the province. It's a bit of a rugged city, a bit shadier, maybe. People are people seem to be not so well off. At the distance, you see a couple of factories pumping black smoke in the air. But you don't care about that. You head straight to the train station.
Can I manage to sort of lose some of my money? Like, drop them inconspicuously so people might get them and help themselves.
Sir?
Do you need to check for that, or just say...
I mean, if you want to do it stealthily, give me a sleight of hand.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do I notice Daisha just throwing money on the floor?
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is just 12.
Okay, in that instance, no.
Sorry for the advantage. I don't think it was. Unless you say so. I forget.
Well, it'd be sleight of hand, it'll be 18, because that's the first one you rolled.
Oh,
19.
19. Okay, sorry.
19, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Let's say I lose about five silver worth of gold.
Okay,
What fuck?
5 silver worth of
5
gold.
silver
of
worth
money.
of gold. Yeah.
Sorry.
You throw 5 silver on the floor.
Yeah, so people can sort of help themselves. I'm a good person.
Yeah, silver is a good meal in fine restaurants, so...
Yeah. So over the time of your walk, you litter the ground with few coins. Maybe concentrating more in the areas, but like as you stretch your arms, you toss a coin in a back alley where you spot a homeless person, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, eventually you arrive to the train station. Checking with the registry or the clerks there, there indeed is a train leaving in about, what would I say, in a couple of hours. The last train, the night train, will arrive from Ledictus on their way to the central city of Babylon.
And how far
Okay, so-
away from where we are now are the factories you mentioned?
They're on the, what's the direction? West end of the city, like around here.
Seeing as we're in Exodus and a city, we've got a couple of hours to wait. I say to Daisha and Manda, saying, I'll meet you back at the train station an hour before we're due to leave. And I go around Exodus, seeing if I can find the local branch of the Thieves Guild to see if I can get some information about, or more up-to-date information about what's happening in Pride, because it's been a week since we left the Adventurers Guild.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you look around for the town. Give me a investigation check. Why not? Just to see how long it takes. Oh, that's a good. Okay, so almost immediately, as you leave the train station, you notice a beggar sitting in the staircases on the opposite side where you came from, justifying why you didn't notice him earlier. You go up to him and speak one of the Thieves Guild's code phrases.
Yeah, I'm not actually a member of the Thieves Guild, but I speak Thieves' Cant, and the Clowns of Dormond are very affiliated with a lot of the guilds. So
Yeah.
I ask for general information, not membership access.
Very nice to see you.
Of course, you speak the code word like,
Thank you,
you can trust me.
Welcome.
And I need information.
So I talk to him. I have a job over in Pride at the moment, heading out later. It first came up about a week ago. Does the guild know anything about what might be behind, or what happened to the automated factory explosion in Pride?
Oh, there are plenty of rumors milling around. So, most of the rumors say that it was a simple malfunction of the ley line tapper. It got overloaded and, malfunctioned. But the other rumors, the more nefarious rumors, say that it was intentional, that it was a terrorist strike. If you believe such things, it's the main group affiliated with the attack is the group of monarchists.
Interesting. I suppose the local guild chapter would know more. Where can I contact them in Pride?
Oh, I haven't been in Pride for a while, so I don't know if they have relocated, but try a souvenir shop in District 8. It should be in the lower income area. Use the code words.
Just a clarification on the money. Is it 100 copper to silver or 10 copper
10.
to silver? 10. Okay. In that case, I hand him a silver piece to thank him, and I head back to the train station.
May Gabriel watch over you.
Outside the train station, have Manda and Daisa arrived back yet, or am I early?
I would like to go towards the factories that are still open to ask questions about automations because my character doesn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
So we'd like to go there and investigate about that. If we can make it back in time, of course.
Yeah. Did I arrive early? That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Like, do I still have time left? In that case, outside the station, I set up a card game of Find the Lady, passing the time, hopefully making a little bit of money with a sleight of hand.
Okay.
We disable the 3 cards and you have to find the queen.
Yeah. Give me a quick charisma check. Just plain charisma.
Just plain charisma? Yikes.
Woo!
Good save. I am on fire today.
Is that the plain charisma? That's not such plain.
And then the sleight of hand.
How did I get 13 on a sleight of hand with +7? And on a +2, I got 20.
It's chance.
So, what kind of stakes are you putting? Like, what's the buy-in?
No, copper pieces up to a silver, not more than that. Just
Okay,
really
so-
to pass the time. Practice, that's all.
So you gain 56 copper pieces and 8 silver over the course of the next hour and a half.
Did you hear anything?
Yeah, I
Oh.
did that. Good.
For Daisa and Manda,
Yes.
you leave the train station heading to the west of the city towards the factories. And it's about 20 or 30 minutes of walking to the closest one. And outside of it, before you could enter, there's this basically an employee checkup station. There's a small booth outside the gates, checking people in. Behind of it sits a rather unconventionally young-looking gnome. Looking, well,
I mean,
very tired and very bored.
I mean,
Very tired and very bored.
I mean,
Very tired and very bored.
I mean,
Very
So
tired
I
and
greet him and I
very
go, hello,
I
could
greet
we
him and I
get
go,
some, hello, do we get a tour of the factory? Hello.
Oh? Sorry, no person. This time, okay? If you wish to take a tour, then maybe come back at a reasonable hour. I'm just waiting here for the rest of the employees to check out, so I can finally get home.
You are kind of an expert here, or a manager of sorts?
I'm the night manager of the guard force, yes?
Okay, so you know about the mechanical beings? You know stuff about that?
I dabble, but even with my limited education as a gnome, I still would be considered not an expert, but passable in human standards.
Yeah, we're not looking for an expert because we don't have the ability to understand such level of expertise in mechanical stuff. But if you would like to have a beer with us or some food for an hour at most after you finish your job, because we have some generic questions about this stuff, and you seem like a person that could help us.
Well, seeing that I'm in no hurry right now, you can, if you have any food, I would be glad to have a small lunch break. You can ask your questions in the meanwhile, and say you can ask questions, but if they relate to company secrets or policies, I may not be able to answer.
No. I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. Is there any inn or tavern close by?
Not in the factory district, no. The closest one, closest ones are maybe at the next to the train station. It's where most of the...
Well, all the food I have on me at the moment is rations. The last of some smoked fish, maybe we could give you that. And some very, very good berries. Very good berries.
I don't know about berries or fish, but some good jerky will always be appreciated.
Okay, I give you my ration.
This is tough, huh? So, what did you want to know?
Well, do the automatons work with magic? Or some science?
It's a mixture of both. They are indeed powered by magic. In the bigger factories, we have the ley line tappers that will draw energy straight from the ever-present ley lines. That will usually power the functions of the factories. But they can certainly be powered by other means as well.
And what could cause an explosion in such a factory?
Explosion?
Yeah, we heard there was a big one over at Pride, was it?
Oh, that. Well, there are a few options. You can certainly overload the leyline tappers. If there is a surge of energy that the tapper cannot handle, it can overheat and explode. That is one possibility. Then of course there is the possibility of sabotage. That can never be ruled out. You can manually overload it if one knows what they're doing and has has the means of doing so. That basically those are the biggest causes. But there are multitudes of other possibilities.
Okay, and what if a being, a mechanical being, goes out of control? How do you stop it? Is there any weakness? Anything we should be prepared to protect ourselves against one such thing that has gone out of order?
Oh, are you tackling the issues at the Pride Factory?
We will be trying, yes.
Well, server units are usually pretty harmless. They are cheap to make and very easy to rip apart, so to say. So, well, I have heard of the situation and can maybe provide you some information. From what I heard, there was a surge in the ley line, which caused the server units to malfunction. Basically, it drove their beast cores, their control units, so to say, into a state of distress where they forgot their main protocols and just, well, reimagined the natural instincts of the beasts from where the beast cores were taken. So that made them lash out against the workers.
Okay.
Main way to stop them is, well, basically disable them, rip them apart and take out the core, or just beat them until they are no longer functional.
But to disable them, they would just stay there and be disabled?
Well, if they have no limbs that they can move, well, then they can do nothing and would be considered to be disabled. They are simple mechanical beings, so they do not possess any self-repair functions.
And
Oh.
how would one actually disable one and take the core out?
As I said, you can beat them until they break.
And just rip the core out?
Just rip the core out.
Okay, and do they have any special strengths or weaknesses?
Let me roll check for the guy.
Yeah, he knows everything.
I think it was in fact his cousin who invented the whole thing, so he knows everything about it.
Yes.
He may know everything, but he definitely didn't pay attention with a 3.
So, bigger things can take more of a beating.
Say that again? Bigger things, you said?
Yes, the bigger things can take more of a beating.
They are easier to beat or they're harder to beat?
Well, they are easier to hit, but they can take more damage.
Okay. That applies to everything in life. Do you have something that applies on mechanical stuff?
Well, unfortunately, I do not know the models that the factory Bright used, so I cannot be of any help in here.
But there isn't something in general. Let's say fire will melt the armor, so fire will be good. Is there such an occasion that works for everything?
They work in the factory, so they might be able to handle cast iron and such. If you can harness lightning, perhaps that could cause them to malfunction. But then again, that also might cause them to recharge. So who knows?
Guess we'll have to find out.
Yes. So, is there any manual any book 101 for mechanics that we could read on our way there, maybe?
On my possession, but if you are going to the factory, there should be a representative.
No, I was
There
thinking.
be a former employer or a manager to greet you, basically to tell you the rules of the place, and so you could ask them.
Okay. I guess that's all. Thank you very much. What's your name, my friend?
Me, I'm Jacob.
Nice to meet you, Dago, and thank you very much for your assistance.
Don't worry.
Hope you the best of days.
I'm Daisa, and this is Manda, and this has been our time.
Yep.
Thank you.
You have a lovely day as well.
I guess we go back to the train station.
Yep.
It's
Sorry.
another half an hour of walking, and in the station you are met up with. Was it?
Vincent.
Yes, Vincent.
So I see them approaching, pack up my card game and walk towards them. Daisha and Manda, glad you can make it now. We've got half an hour before the night train starts. I've already booked in the tickets, or at least got them stamped. I spoke a bit with my contacts here. We can discuss more on the train.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. That's great. So is there a gift shop at the train station? Is there any
Sir,
book? Basically I need a children's book on robots with pictures.
I'd say that there is a small gift shop, but no, you cannot find children's robot books.
So I buy the smallest intricate toy I can find for bubbles within my price range. A Rubik's Cube, for example.
You can find a sock doll for copper.
I mean, can I find a Rubik's Cube for a silver?
Well, there is a.
I need
Moment.
something more complex for Bubbles. Bubbles is smart.
Okay, then
Bribing the DM, I love it.
there is a. Tired turkey plush toy.
Okay. How much for that?
1 silver.
You got it. And what, can you type what you said on the chat? Dire turkey plus toy. Okay. Nothing clockwork, right?
Nothing clockwork. It's not a thing for
No problem.
gift shop.
The dire turkey is enough.
So you buy a turkey plush and sit in the train station waiting for a train. Soon enough, on your track comes a blue train. It's almost uncomfortably blue, like it has been freshly painted, and it's really bright, very contrasting.
Is it Thomas?
No,
Thank God.
no, there is no face on the train.
Thank you, Lord.
I didn't even think of Thomas. But yeah, you had your tickets to the conductor who stamps them, and you're on your way to Babylon.
Before we turn in for the night, I explain what I found. I can mainly only look up on the what's the political situation right now in Pride. That they think, or as far as I know, the guild thinks that the accident was purely due to a overcharged ley line accumulator. However, the anarchos have been stirring up an awful lot of trouble, and it wouldn't surprise me or them if they were somehow involved with it. What did you two find out?
That I think they are made to withstand fire and what's the metal he mentioned? I don't know. And that electricity may either charge them up or malfunction their wires. And that it could be a million reasons why this would happen, including sabotage, malfunction, overcharging, and whatever else. This person we asked was not very competent.
We also found that they're not really combat ready or too tough to take down,
Yeah.
but they do have some sort of beast core in them. So maybe
Oh, yeah.
druid powers could work on them.
Basically, they have a beast core that powers them up, and when the ley line overcharged, those beast and the malfunction happened. If I remember the words correctly, because I don't know mechanical stuff yet. I guess we will find out. Then they lost control over the feelings or something like that of the beast cores, and then the bestial primal instincts kicked in, and so the self-cleaning bucket became a wild beast of a mechanical nature.
We could also buy a brochure or maybe a manual from the manager there and try to figure out what actually happened
Yeah,
when we actually apprehend one.
also that.
Okay, did anything else happen on the trip to Babylon?
No. The train moves pretty fast, making only a couple of stops at the small town between Genesis and Exodus. Then the second time at Genesis, and finally in Babylon, which you were forced to switch trains to complete your journey to the Bride. Overall, the whole journey took you about 6 hours.
Trains are very fast.
Well, it's like what 4 o'clock in the morning now. Then
Yes.
when's it going to Pride again? Sorry.
Huh?
Oh, so we've gone all the way to Pride. 4 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, the Thieves Guild never sleeps, so I turn towards Daisa and Manda, saying, "I can do a bit of exploring now. Does any of you know the town, the name of an inn or somewhere we could set up base?"
We will find an
Did we?
inn.
Yeah.
Have we ever been in Pride? Any of us?
Or did the Adventures Guild tell us of somewhere that we can meet up afterwards?
Also.
Likely not. There is a smaller guild headquarters in Pride that hands out and accepts
Requests and stuff.
requests and other work. And there are many taverns, inns, and hotels around the train station. So finding a place shouldn't be a problem.
Well, let's find somewhere we can set up camp, and then I'll go the rest of the night hours. I'll go and speak to the guild. The Thieves Guild, not the Adventurers Guild.
Yes. Is there any signs on the main road saying with a barrel or whatever indicating an inn? I don't know.
Yeah, what do we see when we go down the steps out of the train station straight into Pride?
Is there a guard there? We can ask something.
You do see a few guards, but mainly you come to this pretty open clearing, almost like a market square. You see a big, like a water fountain at the center of it, on top of which is a statue depicting some kind of angel with 7 wings, holding a book in one hand and a scepter in another.
Do I recognize the Legion icon?
Roll a religion.
Well, I rolled a 4
Yeah.
plus something 7.
Even
And-
with your low roll, you would maybe be able to recognize the statue to depict Lucifer.
Me like it. And do I know that his what his portfolio is?
Maybe some of it.
Yeah, give me whatever I know. So if I know something, then
I'd say you would know Lucifer to be a god of magic.
that's high enough. Yeah. So your kind of stuff here. This is Lucifer, god of magic. On the first thing.
Back to the market square, you see a bunch of empty like market stalls waiting for a fresh day to be occupied, and around the square there are there's this pretty wide road going around the square that is lined on the opposite side with tall buildings, going maybe at the minimum 6 stories high. You see some lit up signs at the top of some buildings, showcasing or marking them to be hotels.
Okay. That is there any person on the streets?
There are a few guards. There are a few people that are going to and from various drinking places.
So I approach the guards and I say, "Good evening, my good gentlemen."
I think the proper time of day would be morning at this
Yeah.
time, sir.
I'm sorry, the sun is not yet out, so I was confused a little bit. So good morning, by all means. We just arrived in town, and we are tired from our travel. Is there any cheap hotel you would recommend us by any chance? Because we don't have the time to check the prices everywhere.
Well, the Bright Moon right across the street is. It's not the cheapest one available, but it's on the cheaper side, especially at the, especially being at the center of the town.
So it's the cheapest, and it's a good choice. I trust you. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your duties.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning to you. So Daisa and I keep forgetting your
Vincent.
name. And Vincent.
Vincent.
Sorry, man. I will catch up. The the guards recommended this place. He said it's on the cheap side, especially for the center of the town. So I think that we should go with that. And
Fine by me. Let's quickly get a room. I want to get to the guild and back before dawn,
okay,
so we have some time to rest.
you can go to whatever you want. We're going to the inn. We will book a room for you as well, and you can come back whenever you want. Okay?
I won't be able to. If you're in the room, I won't know where you are.
I will tell the receptionist that to give you a key or tell you which room we go to. And for Mr.
Okay.
I will give your name, Mr. Vincent.
I slink away and head straight to where the old beggar in Exodus told me I would find at least a guild member or office.
Mhm.
Walking up there,
So
I walk toward
you go to the info board showcasing the map of the city. And quickly notice that this District 8 is imagine I'm gonna draw in here just for a moment. Like the train station is here at the center, and from there it has been divided into the city has been divided into 4 sections. And those 4 sections has been divided into another 4. Going like this. And so the District 8 would be in here, while you exited from or into District 4. So you quickly backtrack your steps and go back inside the train station through the other set of doors to the 4 and make your way into the 8th district of Pride. You come to this, you would say, more lower income area. The houses are not so lavish anymore. It's still wealthy by any like normal standards. It's a capital city after all, but it's not too extravagant in its wealth. You browse the main street, browse the side streets for a moment. When you finally spot up a souvenir shop that matches the description that the beggar gave you, you go inside. Try the door first. Noticing that it's open, so you push the door open. You hear a bell cling somewhere above you, and you enter this dusty old store that doesn't seem to get many visitors. The shelves are mostly empty. There are various, basically junk hanging on the shelves, a broken loot, broken sign that says "Welcome to Pride," a few dusty vials filled with something that you can only hope is sewer water. From your first impressions, the place seems to try to meet the minimum requirements to be considered to be a store.
Do I see anybody behind the counter or at the side or a door?
Not at the moment, but a couple of moments after your entry, door at the back of the counter opens, and from there, a very tall and thin drow steps through, giving you a glance. Bit surprised that there is a visitor in her store, and yes, she's a female drow.
I walk up to the counter, and as I ask the question, I knock slowly and rhythmically on the counter, going, I need to see the information broker.
Oh. Oh. Well, you are speaking to her.
I'm with a party looking to investigate the recent automated factory explosion in Pride. I heard some intel it was possibly due to the anarchos. Do we know anything more about it?
There has been rumors that a small section of anarchists managed to infiltrate the factory. But nothing has been confirmed.
So how
Are there any other?
Sorry, do go on.
Are there any other rumors about the factory? It's quite rare for them not to take credit for something.
Indeed, it is. The factory, in my understanding, was building a new revolutionary skyship. I think they called it a Weatherlight model. It was supposed to be the most powerful warship to the day. So, if indeed it was the monarchists, I wouldn't be at all surprised if they were behind it.
Finally, I'm fairly new to Pride. Whose territory is it? Whose territory is around here? Who do we need to look out for? Who's the person I need to pay respect to in the guild?
Unfortunately, there are only few underground organizations in the city of Pride, mainly due to the watchful gaze of the city guardsmen. It's whenever you get too much notoriety as a underworld operative, you very quickly get taken down. So we are all here trying to lay low.
Okay, I thank you for the time. Look for the cheapest piece of tat I can buy. What do I see that's really cheap around there in the shop?
Basically everything, but it's all just junk.
Well, I pick up a random piece of junk that looks worthless. I give her 5 silver. I thank her for the time, and I leave. I put the trash in the junk in the nearest bin. Once I'm out of sight of the shop.
May Lucifer avert his gaze from you?
I head back to the inn. Walk through the door and go up to the counter, talking to the receptionist, saying, my party were here earlier. There should be a room in the name of Vincent.
So at this point, how are we on time for English?
I am pressed for time. It's been over 3 hours now because we started late.
Yeah, we did start late. It usually will go about 4 hours each time, just for everybody to know. But this is session 0. We did have some technical issues and some headaches and some getting used to it. So we will be closing up soon, I guess. So that's all my mentions for Luca to know.
Well, should we break up now? Because what we have at the start next turn is we meet up in the morning for breakfast and I talk about what we discovered.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to stop for today.
Okay.
Because well, there would be some discussion and then combat, and that will take a while. So I think we should end here and continue next time.
So it has been fun. There has been some issues. We're working on them. It's easy to solve, and we're thinking about the overlays. So those overlays are automated for games, but the browser page is not recognized as a game from Discord, but I can use it on my recording application somehow. I'm going to be finding these things up so the audience could see our characters instead of only my face on video, instead of my face on video. And we will be having another player joining in the nearest future, hopefully from next time even. It's NAC, it's Fiction Friction. We thank Andoni, we thank Icarus, our precious DM, who is responsible for every art, every idea, every story, every bad thing or good thing that will happen to us in the future. We have Fringlis, a very, very good friend and a decent gamer. I have to tell the truth. But no, he's magnificent. And thank you very much for watching us. We will be doing it every Wednesday, and we will be getting it even better and even funnier for everybody. If you need to hear some good music, if you consider my music good, you can find it on the links below. You can find the link from the Fiction Friction YouTube channel for gaming, which this episode, after I cut some or fix some stuff, will be uploaded. And from now on, every gaming session we do here will be uploaded there. Not only D&D, everything we will do in the Twitch gaming in general. I finally have iTunes and Spotify professional accounts. You can find my music everywhere on the internet now. And thank you very much for watching, for passing by. Thank you very much, Fringlis, Andoni, and Icarus. And we will be seeing each other next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
So I'm going to put some music for the stream ending soon, and I'm going to mute the channel, guys, for 5 minutes, and I will be back. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm. So I have no idea if the stream is still going on, but so that's the end. What did you think?
Me and Andoni will be coming in a moment.
Stupid life we're living in, yet trying to give in. Stupid lies that we believe. Innocence does not exist. No, I believe you are.